afternoon. This is when the sun is at its highest peak in the afternoon. Eastern Standard Time, like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock p.m. But let's go and start off with the prayer, shall we? I want to give thanks to the great primordial mother, the ancestral spirits of creation, the archangels, the angels. Want to say please guide us and protect us through all of these days and times. Um, Protect us from those that claim to be righteous but are actually unrighteous. Protect us from those that claim to be who they are but they really are not. Um, Most of all, give us your divine love and comfort on these days that we're in and these times that we're in. Ashe. So, um, I've been really thinking about a lot of stuff lately. First, let me get myself together. I've been really thinking about a lot of stuff lately, y'all. When it comes down to what's happening, there's so many different uh, distractions. I was looking at this brother. I think he, I think he called himself the smart guy on, or the research guy on. I think it's the research guy on Facebook, and he was talking about the real reason for the SNAP benefits being, you know, being blocked. I'll say, and he said that it's not the Republicans that's doing it. He said that it's actually the Democrats that's doing it, and he was going in details about why. And he started talking about the different funding. Peace, how you doing? How you doing, Brittany Scott? He was talking about the different funding that the Democrats want to invest in with the money. Did y'all know that they wanted to invest the U.S. money into trying to start an LGBTQ community out there in Africa somewhere? They trying to do that with our money. They doing all that crazy stuff from what the brother was saying. And I'm not the only person that heard that, which is crazy as heck. And I'm like, we got too many issues going on in the country for that to take place. Yeah, yeah, bro. Yes, indeed. That's what they saying. That's what the brother said. And I'm like, why would you want to push that over there in El Cabilon when we got issues over here in the United States? We got too many homeless people over here. We got too much stuff going on with so-called racism. We have too much stuff going on with the cities being messed up. And y'all trying to stop people and their children. I'm not an advocate for it, but when you have children and elderly involved, that people that can't defend themselves, you know, and then you have real people that's actually out here struggling for that. We got a problem with that because now you're talking about using that money for something that's outside this country. You know what I'm saying? Let alone that hurricane that hit, that hurricane that hit Jamaica. I paid attention. They said the hurricane was still in the water before it hit. Your average hurricane don't do that. Okay? When a hurricane strikes, it strikes. It don't just wait and wait and wait. So I'm thinking because of a sister who I was following on TikTok who had some information and on, and she said that they were attacking the Caribbean because of the resources. And if you don't understand that pretty much parts of so-called Al-Kabilon, which we call Africa, has shut off the U.S. from getting the resources. So now they're going to the Caribbean for the resources. If you don't believe me, I played the video of what they going on and what they doing over there with Haiti. I played that video, and they're saying that the U.S. have one of the biggest embassies in the world in Haiti, where they're getting this particular extraterrestrial metal, and they're in Haiti sitting on billions of dollars of resources. Now, that same hurricane did not just hit Jamaica; it also hit Haiti. Do y'all not understand that this is not just spiritual warfare? It is also a fight amongst the people for resources. This also deals with not having a nationality too. How you doing? Peace, peace. Life in is that life in Crane is I can't pronounce the name, but how you doing? Peace. But you know, it's a lot of stuff happening. They're not trying to say how they really are trying to take the resources from out of the Caribbean and so on. They're not talking about this. They're distracting everybody with the SNAP benefits and everything else, and then they got everybody going against the orange man in office. And let me tell y'all, all these distractions are for a reason. Listen, I'm proud of our people. Not you kind of agree, yeah. It's can I okay, can they okay. Thank you for trying to correct me. I appreciate it. I'm not that good with names, trust me. I try my best. But look, check it out, right? All these distractions going on. Meanwhile, they're trying to take resources from out of the Caribbean. That protest that a lot of our people didn't participate in. A lot of this is trying to seem like they're trying to start a civil war, if that make any sense, which is going to be another distraction. And if y'all notice, they were talking about how you doing, peace? Have y'all noticed they also been talking about they was going to close that Walmart was going to close all the doors or something like that. Have y'all heard about that too? And it's crazy. And reason why I say that because I feel like it's something that they are trying to bring forth, but don't know what yet. You feel me? Peace, everybody. But you get what I'm saying? It's something's not adding up. And they're playing the people over here for some reason. I don't know what it is yet. But I want to let everybody know, whatever you do not accept the digital ID. Don't accept it. If they come up with that, do not accept it. Because I'm telling you all, that is also in y'all book of Revelations and all that other stuff. They already have that digital ID overseas, I think in Asia and the Britain, I think. Matter of fact, Robert Kennedy Jr. even said it in a speech somewhere, and he said, whatever y'all do not accept it, fight against it. So I think it's something that's about to happen that's pertaining to that. But this is just speculation. Okay. And I think that and I don't think it's the Republicans pushing it. I think it's more like the Democrats trying to push it. I don't know, but I feel in my heart that they're trying to do that. That's what I'm saying. I'm feeling in my heart they're trying to do that. Because everything's going crypto from what I'm being told, but everything's gonna be backed up by gold if I'm not mistaken from what I'm hearing from other sources. So I don't know, but I think they keep on trying to push this agenda, but it's not working. You feel me? I'm not black. Don't call me black, bro. In the book of law, black means unalive, bro. Don't call me that. I'm far from that. Don't ever call me that. That's a disrespect to me. So you better recognize what a Moor is. Don't call me black, bro. Are you Caucasian because you're not white? Because white that don't define you. I'm gonna be real with you. Let's really talk. Do you have to go there? Because we can go there now. We can go there. We can go there with the whole black and white thing. Because y'all not white. That's a status. Matter of fact, to be honest with you, you're actually Caucasian, which means The word caucus is deteriorating, and you're Asian. So that's your breakdown. You come from the Caucasus Mountains. That's where your ancestors come from. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Because I will most definitely let you know off rip your ancestors come from the Caucasus Mountains. To mention your ancestors used to walk on all fours. Let's not go there now. Please don't call me black. Don't call me black. I will let you know what's up. I ain't one of these goddamn brothers that's gonna take that me black. No, I'm not. You're not white either. So let's cut that. Let's cut that. You better look up the Christian color codes that the Vatican made. Don't bring that over here, bruh. Don't. My last name is Ill. Don't do that. Because you want to see videos, I got the footage on who was over here first. But anyway, I digress because we don't have no time for debating. You want to come over here with that crazy stuff? Oh my God, black guy. No, sir. So we going to let you know we don't do that over here. We try to respect everybody's culture and their nationality. Okay? But it's like you need to be educated because we can educate you now. We and you heard the word now. Yeah, I'm a Southern brother. Let's not do this. Okay? You gonna bring that Southern stuff out of me, and also I have that Creole connected to Haiti, and y'all know how Haitian get down too. Let's not do that. My family was born here, but we have a Haitian connection. We were born here, and so on. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. I appreciate you for saying that. Because we was talking about like it's just speculation about this whole month, but I say let's just be careful what they're trying to do. I want everybody to keep their eyes and ears open on what they're trying to do. You feel me? Peace. How you doing, White Light? Man, I don't even know. See, y'all, I can't pronounce that word. I'm just gonna call you White Light. But anyway, we just gotta keep our eyes and ears open on what they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to put fear out there. You understand? But just keep our eyes and ears open because we don't know what it's not the Republicans though. It's the Democrats that's doing this. And y'all got to remember now, we have some Republicans involved, but a lot of the Democratic Party. And you got to remember, a lot of the Democrats are bringing a lot of so-called illegal aliens over here. You see what I'm saying? And we really got to keep our eyes and ears open. So it's an inner fight going on. It's inner fighting going on in Congress. That's the real Civil War. I wish I could. I mean, listen, I am a true citizen because anybody that know about the Moors, we are the real ones, or the Murs. I'll say the Murs. That's the real name for us, is the Murs. We were the original people over here. Those that claim to be indigenous or Native American, they actually literally came from Siberia. They're Asian themselves. They're not the real original ones. There's stories that's been told about that. And they're now coming out saying that we are the original indigenous now. A lot of tribes are coming out saying that. If you don't believe me, look up look at the Yamasee Native American tribe. Their chief, he knows. He did an interview and said that every tribe in this country have to fill out a census, and every last one of them have to put down the word Negro. Every tribe have to put down the word Negro in their census. This came from out the Yamasee tribal chief. I can't pronounce his name, but he's also on TikTok, and he had an interview breaking this all down because there's been questions about the creek and all of that, and he said that in the interview. I'm gonna probably do a live tomorrow if y'all want to watch it, and I'm gonna see if I can find that interview with the Yamasee chief. I sent the message out to him on TikTok, and he responded. And I was talking to him about my grandmother, but I digress. You know what I'm saying? And he said that. I'm going to see if I can find that video, and I'm going to play the video for y'all tomorrow. Just give me time to find it today. because this particular channel, we like to educate and listen. We don't have time for arguing amongst race right now. Right now, we're in a situation where all of us need to wake up because what's happening, they're playing everybody in this game. Everybody's being affected, even down to people that's millionaires are being affected, know it or not. Okay, everybody's being affected by this, and they're trying to do all they can to bring all the distractions to us. That's why it's important to know about vibrations and frequencies and so on. That's why I put on what she does. And those that watch me from another channel that I was featured on, we talked about Nasara and Jasara, and also we talked about the sovereign nations are supposed to receive this money that he's talking about. There's so much to this that I can't even expound on in this live. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I said I'm gonna start off pretty much finding the video pertaining to the Yamasee tribal chief talking about the tribes and how they have to fill out the census. I'm gonna see if I can find it, and if I find it, I'm gonna show it on that live tomorrow. And he's gonna let it be known that all the tribes in the U.S. have to put down Negro in their census. And if you don't believe me, the Cherokee is already welcoming doors for so-called black people. Notice I said so-called, to come and become a part of the tribe. Look it up. But I digress on that. You know what I'm saying? What's happening? Because what nobody don't know is that the same people that you call so-called black are actually the real indigenous people. There's also a video played in another live where a Caucasian man showed pictures of the original indigenous people of this country. And he even said that they found hieroglyphics over here in the United States of America. Okay? And everybody talking about how they found hieroglyphics over there in the Grand Canyon. And now nobody from the government officials are not letting nobody in the Grand Canyon like that. They got that blocked off. And you have people that's taking pictures and showing how they had temples of the ancient Egyptian deities Haru, Aset, who you call Isis, and Asar. They found out all of this stuff now. But see, a lot of us already knew that this country was Kemet or Egypt or the West. But I digress from that. But I'm telling y'all, they're hiding a lot of stuff from us. They want everybody to know what's up, because all these different distractions they're trying to bring to us, they're doing this on purpose. They're doing it on purpose. And I can't say it's the Republicans all the way. I do know for a fact it's the Democrats, because when I tell you that these people, if I'm gonna play that video for y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna see if I can find that video tomorrow too, for tomorrow, so y'all can hear the guy called the research guy, how he broke all of it down on what they're doing and why they stopped the SNAP benefits from really happening, and what they want to put that money towards, because it's a disagreement with the Democrats, because the Democrats have all their hands on this. But this is the thing that they don't want nobody to know about, and they're trying to keep it shut. So now it's like it's so much that that's happening, because a lot of corruption been going on in our government for a very long time. Very long time. And the Grand Sheik that I talked to, that I'm connected to, he pretty much confirmed that that the so-called black people over here are considered indigenous, but they're also Moors or Mers. He said that they're Mers, and he said that we are also considered Hebrew as well, because they also found out not just they had hieroglyphics over here, but the people over here spoke Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew tongue. They found out all this stuff too. So these same settling people that were here first, they practiced a form of Islam and Hebrew, and they practice an ancient spiritual practices that are still practiced in Haiti, the Dominican Republic, El Capitan, what you call Africa, the western parts of Africa, Because what they don't tell you is that the western part of Africa was connected to Pangaea, which is also connected to over here, which is also connected to the Caribbean. That's a whole nother topic as well. But I'm telling y'all, they got things going on. There's too many distractions. I'm bringing that back. There's too many distractions they're bringing in front of us to knock us off track, and they know how to hit the American people mainly with the finances, and also the resources that we need to survive out here. And there's a lot of it there with selfish gain and want things done selfishly pertaining to what they want. And I'm talking about the Democrats. That's why I said tomorrow I'm going to find that video and I'm going to show y'all that video what the brother was talking about. Literally. And when I tell you that that is some effed up stuff, they would rather for the American people to suffer. They would rather for people to go ahead and they just don't care. All because they want to push an agenda in Africa or El Kebulon and also do some other stuff. Listen, the rabbit hole is deep, but it's also screwed up. That's why it's important that we need to all learn the laws of the land. And we need to also know about the Christian color codes. You know what I'm saying? Because if you find out that white is a status, if you find out that white is only a status and not a color, and if you find out that the word American and the real meaning for American is copper colored people, you're going to really be shook on that. So the same people that you call the N-word, those that's racist, call the same people you call those ninjas, or you call us ninjas, they the same ones that were here first. Say it, see it. Angelic light causing fire. Send up a prayer. This crypto I'm invested into isn't a scam. Set up a prayer. The 15th of November will be a great day of prosperity and fortune. All right, cool. The 15th, give me time for that. A prayer for that. Okay, no doubt. I got you. Y'all, the 15th, I'm gonna come together with some. Pisces, brother Pisces. I'm gonna holler at you. Sloan, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Yes, bro, I'm gonna holler at you. I'm gonna holler at y'all about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna holler at y'all about that. I'm glad you know, White Light. I'm glad you know, because it's time. It's time people really know the truth. Because there's a man named Frank Joe. A presentation like I want to say 20 or 30 years ago. Give me a second. I'm gonna see if I can find it, y'all. Just bear with me. And I want y'all to hear this. And this guy was an ex-neo-Nazi. Y'all hear me? He was an ex-neo-Nazi. I'm going to play some of the video. And this ex-neo-Nazi is going to shock everybody what he's going to say about the real indigenous. Now, notice I say he's an ex-neo-Nazi. His name was Frank Joseph, right? I don't know if he's still alive today. I don't know. Do I kid now? All right, no doubt. You might have to email me, man. Family gonna have to email me, and I can show it. You know what I'm saying? Like my email, is Brandon. I'll show it to you right now while we on this live. So anybody that want to email me, you can email me. Just give me a second, because we want to get down to that. Because we're going to do that. We're going to do that. I got you with that. I mean, I already know that you know what you're saying. But this is what I'm gonna show y'all, my email address, so y'all can email me. Just bear with me, y'all. I got so many things I have to do today, and I got so much stuff I got to go ahead and clear right quick on this email. When I say there's so much stuff going on, there's a lot of stuff going on across this daggone country, and everybody trying to figure out. But the real deal is that It's not just draining the swamp that everybody's saying that Trump was doing. It's about pretty much it's about gaining the land back to the people that was here first, basically. Okay, email me right now while I'm right here. I'm right here on my phone. I'm right here in front of my computer. Email me right now. Cause I couldn't, cause I get so many emails from people. I just don't be knowing who's who. You gotta let me know who it is. Cause I'm on my email right now. I'm on my email address right now. So I'm gonna just show y'all. This is my email address. That's my email address at the top, right here. I check my email every day. I really do. So we'll do that prayer on the 15th. What you talking about? But email me so and let me know who you are. Give me the name that you go by on the channel so I can know who you are. When I say I send a lot of stuff to my email. I get emails a lot too. I do. So I'm a man of my word. Trust me on that. I don't have time to be blollygagging, BSing, none of that. I'm not no fake person that be on YouTube talking ish. I don't got time for that. I'm actually the same person I am outside of YouTube. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do. Let me see if I can. It's a video that I think I found. I don't think I played it yet. For fair use, though, listen. For fair use, any videos I play on here, information, it is all. Okay, let me see if they want to show it. It is all for educational. It's all for educational and entertainment purposes only. I had to think about that. Let me see. Sheesh. So I'm trying to see if I can get this thing done right now. Y'all bear with me. Because they saying that this video might not be comfortable, but it's the truth though. And sometimes the truth hurts. Like really, it hurts when people really hear the truth. Because we've been programmed to just listen to lies all the time. So I guess they don't want me to play that video. Ain't that about a blimp? That's cool. Let me see what this is. Indigenous info. I think I played this one the day before or the last live that we were on. But yeah, we're gonna get that down the pack. Yeah, I played this already, but I want y'all to hear it though still. Y'all are confused because the map lied. I'm gonna play this one more time. Those just watching, play this one more time. Like I said, for fair use, educational, entertainment purposes. I'm gonna play this one more time. Y'all are confused because the map lied. Your ancestors weren't lost, they were split. Let me show you how Atlantis, Africa, and America never separated. Pangea was the original body before colonization, before slavery, before names like Africa, America, and Europe. There was Pangea. One land, one people, one scroll. The priest kings of the flame, the black gods that walked with serpent crowns and water coats. Atlantis was the heart, not a myth. Atlantis wasn't some Greek fairy tale. It was the center node of Pangea, a continent of law, technology, and spiritual mastery. Located between modern-day West Africa, that's why when Atlantis sank, West Africa got hit, the Gulf of Mexico was reshaped, the Caribbean scattered, and the mound sites of Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia were left as the crumbs of a fallen empire. The Moors were survivors of Atlantis. After the flood and fragmentation of Pangea, the Atlanteans didn't die. They became Mu equals original sea mother, as in Lumeria. Ur equals flame, light, and law equals Ur. Those who carried the water and fire scrolls after Atlantis fell. These Moors spread into West Africa, North Africa, and what we now call America, building pyramids, mounds, and star-aligned sites. Pyramids in the midst of Moorish architecture in pre-colonial Mexico, Peru, and Mississippi. Negro forts in Florida before Columbus.
West African Olmec heads in Mesoamerica. Africa and America were one land, then ripped. The transatlantic slave trade wasn't just a trade, it was a return to what was once connected. They didn't bring Africans to America, they brought Pangea descendants back across a land that was once whole. That's why the DNA of Gullah Geechee people matches tribes in Sierra Leone. That's why the Black Seminoles knew the stars like Egyptian priests. That's why the Mississippi means great serpent water, the same as the Nile. Think, guys. Shatuma, Kikawe, Pangea, Nigash. I return through the ancient path, the one the land rises. Ashe, Amin, Ahu.
All right, that was that, right? Find Frank Joseph real quick. So bear with me. I'm trying to bring the camera back on me. So yeah, so I'm about to find Frank Joseph. Bear with me. I'm about to look into YouTube. I'm not gonna play the whole video, but I'm gonna play this part because I really want y'all to know that this man, he's an ex-neo-Nazi. Let me see something. Don't you just love technology when it be lagging though, y'all? Like, God dang. Frank Joseph. Because I'm typing Frank Joseph on Lumeria. That's what I'm typing up. This is an old video. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm not going to play the whole thing. This right here.
Of trade. And that appears what really happened. These different groups.
This is Frank Joseph. Y'all can look it up online yourself. He's an ex-neo-Nazi. Don't you just love commercials? That's how you know it's going to be a good stuff. Some good stuff here. Skip.
Came over not to take it. There might have been conflicts, I'm sure. But the main thrust of all these things was to set up trade in a mutual bargaining system. And that's what created the Olmec civilization. Because Olmec civilization, I don't mean to say it's totally black, that it was something that was created only for black people. No. The leadership was black. And they used and they cooperated with the native people to create an indigenous civilization. Our critics, the archaeologists will say, oh, Olmec civilization has nothing to do with the blacks because if that was the case, you'd have an African civilization that's transported into America, and that's not what the Olmecs are. But we're not saying that, see. The Olmec civilization is where you brought black expertise, black mineralogy and so on, worked with the local people and created something different. That was the Olmec civilization. So that is the thing to realize, that there is a spirit of cooperation. It's through respect, and we have a historical precedent for that now, see. And I think that leads to lessons for the future. They didn't abuse the environment. They created a great civilization that lasted for a long time. Well, that's about all. I don't want to keep you out too long on this. I'm going to show you some slides, and if you have any questions, you can certainly interrupt the action here. I think we have to probably douse these lights, though.
Now, I'm not going to play this whole thing. I'm going to stop it. But this is what you can look it up right here. Lumeria, Frank Joseph, he goes over all of that. He goes over Lumeria, who ran Lumeria, how it was. Okay? Now, gotta remember now, he's an ex-neo-Nazi though. But this is the thing. He just decided to start talking about this information. But there's also, let me see. There's also a guy named Peter Moon. Peter Moon talked about the whole establishment of the ancient empire that was over here too. Now, where am I going at with this and how this all correlates what's about to happen?
I was going to ask for some.
Yeah, go ahead. So, how this correlates with everything? I'm going to tell you. Because everything slowly but surely is going back to the rightful people that ran it before. And it's about to go back into the hands of the ones that ran it before. That is why there's a lot of tension going on behind the scenes. Then there's also a lot of corruption that's being put out there. I feel in my heart of hearts, this is only speculation, and I don't like speculating anything. I feel like the Democrats know that it's going back to the Republic. They don't want to give up on that. Because even though some Republicans were doing the shit that they were doing, a lot of Democrats were doing some underhanded stuff too. Big time. You got to remember, greed brings forth corruption. And we've been around corruption for a very long time, hundreds of years to be exact, or more. Ever since these fake 13 families, who are not the real families, came into power. Notice I said the fake 13 families, not the real 13 families that's in power.
Thank you.
And they doing this because they on that last leg. Know it or not, they on that last leg, and they want to go ahead out with a bang because they still want to try to implement this mark for some reason. I don't know what it is. They just want to implement that. I guess it's for world domination. I don't know, but they've been trying to push this shit for a minute. I don't know why. And this every time they try to push it, they keep on getting pushed back. But you know how you hit a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have that one child that's hard-headed as hell. They gonna keep on pushing no matter what obstacle coming their way. They gonna keep on pushing until they get what they want. Even if they fail, they still gonna try to push on that last leg. They still gonna try to push it.
That's how Alexa learned.
You know, it's like they not gonna know when to stop. But when they finally give in, it's gonna be like, man. Y'all ever saw that cartoon Pinky and the Brain? They like the Pinky and the Brain cartoon that came on Animaniacs back in the day. Brain Plan was always trying to take over the world. And they failed every time. It didn't matter how many times they kept on failing. And every time the show came on, Pinky would ask Brain, what is today's plan? Try to take over the world. Try to take over the world. And every time they do it, something gets in the way. And I still, on speculation, I feel like it's the Democrats trying to push this agenda. And I think there's also some Republicans, because why? They have been bought out by the place they call Israel. Don't believe me, you can look it up. And a lot of officials are finding out that it's true. My godfather told me about this, and I haven't got a chance to really tell y'all that a lot of them been bought out by what they call Israel, but it's actually Palestine, because that's not even Israel. Israel was actually a people, not a state. Y'all got to do the research. Israel was not a state until 1948 or 46. Look that up. All this stuff has been an illusion from day one, and this horrendous times. Dealing with finances, greed, lust, everything that's been put forth in this world. Now we're dealing with so many daggone corruptions. Now you got people looting because of the whole food stamp thing. They blaming Trump. They blaming this person. Listen, I'm going to tell you, from what I found out, it is not that administration is doing it. I'm finding out that it's more like the Democrats doing this. So, the Democrats were the same people that was pushing Jim Crow and all of that. Don't believe me, look that up too. But anyway, I digress from that. I really wanted y'all to see that video on Mr. Frank Joseph real quick, and go back and pause. You can look it up yourself. I wasn't gonna play the whole video. It's 36 15 seconds long. 36 minutes 15 seconds long. See, every time I start talking, they do this. Sheesh, what else? But yeah, tomorrow I shall have those videos with the Yamasi chief talking. I'm gonna see if I can find him when he was interviewed and he broke down the census bureau that the tribes got to take, and saying that all of them have to put down Negro. Now this goes into the whole Nasara thing. Those that's watching, it goes into the whole Nasara thing because it talk about the sovereign nations and all of that. It also goes to what Dr. Kia Pruitt talked about. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff they don't want nobody to know about. So it's a whole lot. Like, I'm gonna see if I can type it in right now. Yamasi chief interview. They might show it, y'all. Oh, I found it. This is what it's called right here. He is the chief of the Yamasi. This gentleman right here. This is the name of it. Black American Roots, Forgotten Legacy. This is the chief right here. That was 2 years ago. Look how long it is. Look how long it is. Let me see if the brother sent the email. I'm about to see right now. Hopefully he did. I told him to send an email. Hopefully he did. He said he did it before, but I need him to tell me what name it is. He got his name or something. I don't see it yet. He said he sent it to me. He said I was supposed to send something, but I'm waiting for him to send me something right now. All right. Y'all see, I try to check and see. I check my email a lot. But that Yamasi video, I recommend that. Those that want the video, I can send it to them through their email. I can send it to you, and y'all can watch it. Those that have my number outside of YouTube, I can send it to you. Those that know my email outside of YouTube, I can send it to you. It's very important that we know this information because now it's time for stuff to start getting exposed even more. And he is the real chief of the Yamasi, the real chief. And I know because literally, like, I reached out to the brother, and the brother reached out to me on TikTok and everything. And also the Yamasi application, the people I talked to in the Yamasi, they told me that's their real chief. So yeah, it's a lot about what's going on, man. Like, he was the one that did that. Said
when we look at this part of it, now the question becomes if the Creek people, and I can delve deep in there. You know me, I hate doing paraphrasing. I love quoting. But if we dive deep and we go into what it identified the Creek Nation as, there was not a Creek Indian that was not identified as a Negro. So I'll say real simple, where's the Negroes at? Oh, they're the freedmen now.
Yep.
They're the freedmen begging to be identified by those who was once not even considered Creek. That's documented. That's documented. That there was a different class of Creeks. The Creeks who were Creeks all looked like Negroes or considered Negroes to be Creeks. And then there was the mulattoes, there was the mixed breeds, there was those who looked even white. And I'm not going to leave this show without literally quoting that statement because that is more powerful than anything else when it comes to our identity.
Y'all hear that?
And me saying to people, stop looking for acceptance.
That's right.
But the only way I can do that, if I take that away from you, I have to provide you with something. And I'm providing them with the historical narratives and facts. And this ain't me. Don't get mad. Don't want to kill me. Just understand we all have the ability to research and read. This is not me wanting to disrupt a system or society. This is me saying that we have been separated and taken away from our identity so much so that people who are claiming to be African American don't even feel that connection. What is African about you? What do you do that's African? Let's do them better. Let's simplify all that. Let's simplify all of it. You're saying we all came together if you accept being African American.
Y'all.
I came on the ship that you came on.
Y'all heard what he said about the Creek? I told you. Now, like I said, for fair use for entertainment and educational purposes only. I will send you that video It was 2 years ago. He broke all this stuff down. That's why I said it's about to be a lot of stuff going on now. And he even said, he also said out of his mouth that some of us damn near looked like we were Caucasian and we pretty much weren't. Okay? So now here's the kicker. How all this tie up? Easy. They're fighting to either keep this narrative or this democracy going, so-called democracy going, or they're going to go straight into the republic. That's where they at. But now the truth is coming out. The truth has been coming out for a long time. And they don't want us to remember how we were wealthy, the land, how we lived off the land, how we actually did have gold, silver on the land too. They don't want us to remember that. They don't want us to remember the technology that we're using today, how we were using it yesteryear. The whole golden age is dealing with what? It's dealing with the original age. Then that's where we're going. We're going to start living off the land eventually. But first things first, we got to also remember the last time we fell from this is using too much technology and depending on it instead of being one with nature and being one with self. So now we got to go back into that too. We had resources that were stolen. So it's time to go back into all of this. I'm just waiting for the email that I'm waiting for. Let me type the name in, Sage Burnt. Let me see if they go by that on here. Sage Burnt. Nope, I don't see it. And I'm checking because yeah, I don't see it. I wanted to see if the person was going to send me something, but they didn't. I don't know what name to go by. But but back to what I was saying, we got to realize what this was really going on. It's all about going back to the original. And right now it's been a ongoing fight back and forth. But anyway, I digress on a lot of stuff, y'all. Like I said, tomorrow I might play that video tomorrow still. Some of it, not all of it. But those that want it ahead of time, I can send it to you through email. If those that don't know my email, I can show you my email and I can send it to you. And you can have the video and look it up yourself to start off with. Okay, just bear with me. I'll show you my email one more time. But there's so much I want to say, but I can't really say on these YouTube streets. This is my email. Okay? So you can email me and I'll go ahead and send you something that you know that is actually me. So, but I'm really over here trying to find the email that the brother was telling me, but I don't see it right now. So it could be life. I'm just looking back. Let's see. All right. So, fly back from this brother or sister, I'll be okay. Because they said they said something to me, but they never got anything. But I'm like, I don't remember them sending me anything. But anyway, because I want to help out the people on this prayer that they're talking about. That's why I keep on dwelling on it, because I want to help, put that out there so everybody can actually get this help that the family member talking about right here. But anyway, my thing is they're really trying to do some fucked up shit to a degree, because now you're dealing with children and you're dealing with the elderly. Um, and all of this is on selfish gain. And the selfish gain is all about putting money into places that they don't need to put money at. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show that video tomorrow about the brother, that research guy. I'm gonna find it and see if I can send it to my email so y'all can check it out, because this shit is ridiculous on what they doing. And it's like there's been there was a reply from the Trump administration where they said, they pretty much, I'm some paraphrasing it. They said they apologized, or they they felt like they failed the American people, put it like that, and all because of this situation. But when I tell you it's deeper than that, and it's about some fraudulent shit, that's what it's about. Okay, but anyway, I digress, y'all, on all of this. Tomorrow, if not, I might come on here later on and go back to our regular scheduled programming. And really start talking about the Kundalini and stuff like that again, and start talking about what to do, how to do it. Probably just going to certain meditations that I found, and probably some music to listen to when you actually in your meditation. I'll probably do that today or tomorrow. I don't know yet. But all I can tell you is keep your eyes and ears open for what's happening, and keep your eyes and ears open on what they're doing to the Caribbean, because they really are trying to. That's why it's all these different distractions going on. They don't want nobody to know what the hell's really going on. It's still spiritual warfare, but it's deeper than that. It's all about what? It's all about resources, and it's also about your inheritance of who you really are. Until you find out who you really are, they're gonna keep on taking your inheritance. Because a mentor of mine told me the other day, who's from Queens, New York. This he'd been a mentor of mine since I was 24, and he said out of his mouth, they will test you to see if they know about your history, if you know about your story, just to see if you know. He said all the stuff that's going on is distractions, and they will do anything in their power to have people bow down to their knees. That's where they at. And I'm not talking about the Republicans, though. I'm talking about these people that's keeping this thing shut down. They're like that child want, and they're not going to stop until they get it. That's why I said keep your eyes and ears open. Also, for them trying to push this, what is it? The digital ID. Keep your eyes on all this shit. But it goes back to the original American people that haven't woke up yet. And that's why they're trying to push this agenda of having us going to these marches too. All this stuff is interconnected. Every bit of it is interconnected. All this stuff that's going on is happening for a reason. And the reason, yeah, it's divine. Yeah, it's about a wake-up call. But it's also about your inheritance, and it's also about getting to push the agenda that they want to push. And when I tell you that they're trying to push and use this money over there in Al Cabulon to push forth the LGBT agenda over there, it's true. And to get other things done over here too, by having so-called illegal immigrants to get the benefits as well, and the people that look like us not to get them like that. When I say they had a whole thing planned out and mapped out to the point where they wanted sheer takeover to get things that they want, that's where they at. It's deeper. It's real deep, and it's going to go back and forth for a minute. So till then, keep your eyes and ears open. Like I said, some of this stuff is speculation, but I'm getting a vibe of it, like, and I feel like they're trying to see if they can get what they want, but I feel like the Republican side is not budging. Like they're not listening to it. Like, no, because the Republicans, they're like, yo, we want to get this out there for the people so they can get things moving. The Democrats are like, no, we want this, and this. But it all goes back to us and our inheritance, our claiming back things too. Because by them doing what they doing, that's giving people time to wake up and realize like, yo, well, these people are the Constitution said we the people and everything's supposed to be done by the people, not the people that's in the government offices like that. That's where your so-called tax dollars go at, which is illegal. We'll go into that another time. Your taxes are illegal too. This is not what they're telling you. You're not supposed to be taxed because that money, no or not, it was going to the Federal Reserve, and it was going to the British throne. Now I'm gonna tell you a little secret before I go. I know what you call a flag, and it has those trimmings around it. The gold trimmings around it shows that connection to the British throne. The old flag did not have the gold trimmings around it. Don't believe me? Look this stuff up. This is stuff that they're not telling you. Everything was done through the Vatican and so on to keep you away from your inheritance. That's where the Christian color codes come from. All of that. Then let alone they know if you got back in power again, things will be totally ran differently. Which means there'll be more peace, more economic growth, and more resources. It wouldn't even be no wars. Maybe disagreements, but no wars. Don't believe me? Look it up. The same people that's bringing wars, they're getting paid off the wars. That's all I gotta say. Claim back what's rightfully yours. Do the research. Like I said, tomorrow I'm more likely gonna play that video, but not all of it with the chief on there. Listen to the Frank Joseph video I showed y'all. All of it is in parallel with one another. All of it. Go and listen to Dr. Kia Pruitt too. Listen to a lot of people that's talking about certain things and how they trying to change things to crypto, which is true, and it's going to be backed up by gold. But they're also trying to get everything aligned. But the Democrats ain't trying to hear that shit. They ain't trying to hear that shit. Democrats don't want to hear. They don't want to hear it at all because they want their agenda pushed. They looking like, well, y'all want that, but we want this. We want to put this money over there. We want to put this money in here. We want it. And the Republicans are like, no, the people come first. We got the people over here. But you got to remember now, both wings bird. Eventually, something's going to give for us to have for that bird to finally fly straight. And I just hope I wasn't all over the place today because I'm just waking up not too long ago, but it's thoughts that was coming to my mind at the same time. But I said I'm just freestyling a little bit, giving you a little speculation on what they could be pushing because of the Democratic part. Then also, you need to look into how these people that runs Palestine have their hands into our officials. They have their pockets into their officials and stuff like that. So y'all need to really realize what time it is. Like this is the real civil war they was talking about, but it's more behind closed doors. But they trying to cause a lot of friction amongst the people too, because you gotta remember they closed a lot. They said that Walmart was gonna close the doors on the people too. I think on the people that's on Snap or some shit like that. Listen, a lot of Walmarts are also closing doors for a reason too, as well. All this stuff is by design, y'all. Don't let these people tell you otherwise. Everything you got to start questioning here on out. Everything, I'm just putting snippets of all these things for a reason. I'm talking in code for a reason. Okay? There's so many things I want to tell y'all, but I can't say it. That's why I'm talking like this. That's why I'm giving you all these different snippets and all this different, and it seems like I'm going in circles and I'm not. I have to talk like this. They fucking with this channel of ours. I gotta start talking like this. You know what I'm saying? I can't elaborate even more. That's why I say I gotta go back to the regular schedule programming. But tomorrow I will play the video with the chief. But I'm not gonna play all of it. I'm gonna play the part that y'all heard. Then it's up to you to do your own research. I can't say but so much on YouTube. And one thing I tell anybody, like, yo, this not all about, listen, this is really about the inheritance and other shit. And it's about also your rights and freedoms and shit like that they don't want you to know. And I apologize for cursing, but I don't have my feds on so I can freelance and say the hell I got to say right now. Fuck. And I'm talking about the people that's holding everything. They are doing all they can to keep this country from flourishing. Trust me on that. But I'll talk to y'all soon. I'll be on here tomorrow. Just know that I had to talk in code today for a reason. It's a lot of stuff I know. I was talking about a little bit earlier, but I can't elaborate on it on YouTube. So instead, what I'll do, I'll play the 2 videos that I said I'll play tomorrow. So on that note, love, peace, light, which is dealing with the divine feminine and the divine masculine to bring supreme balance. It is Nigga Days. I love all y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all take care. Peace.